K-pop Demon Hunters didn't end like a movie that was finished. It ended like a story that had just unlocked its next phase. And that's why the idea of a K-pop Demon Hunters sequel doesn't feel like speculation anymore, it feels inevitable. The first movie may have wrapped up its main conflict, but it quietly left behind too many unanswered questions to ignore. Characters survived without closure. Rules were bent but never explained, and the world itself feels larger than what we were shown. A sequel wouldn't be about repeating the same formula, it would be about consequences. Huntrix didn't just defeat demons, they disrupted a system. Rumi accepted a part of herself that the world told her to hide. Mira proved leadership doesn't have to follow tradition. Zoe showed that chaos can be just as effective as discipline. Together, they broke rules that had existed long before them, and systems don't like being broken. One of the biggest reasons a sequel feels necessary is Rumi's unfinished arc. She accepted who she is, but acceptance isn't the end of a journey, it's the beginning. Her hybrid nature changes the balance between worlds, and balance is something both demons and hunters rely on. That alone sets up a sequel focused less on survival and more on responsibility. Then there's Jinu. Whether you believe he's alive, transformed, or truly gone, his sacrifice didn't close a door, it cracked one open. The movie never confirms destruction, it confirms transfer, and that distinction matters. If his soul still exists in any form, the sequel's emotional core may revolve around whether bringing him back is right or reckless. The Saja boys are another loose thread that refuses to disappear. Some were never shown defeated, others were engineered, not born. That suggests their story wasn't about losing, it was about testing Huntrix. A sequel could reframe them not as villains, but as evidence of something far more dangerous operating in the background. And then there's the bigger shift the sequel could make. K-pop Demon Hunters 2 doesn't need a stronger demon to raise the stakes. It needs a smarter conflict, one rooted in control, ideology, and fear of change. The next threat may not attack cities, it may question whether Huntrix should exist at all. That kind of conflict can't be solved with music or combat alone. It forces choices. Do you protect the world by following rules, or by rewriting them? A sequel also allows the story to grow darker without losing its identity. The first film balanced joy, color, and spectacle. The second could explore what happens when that joy is challenged, when fame, pressure, and responsibility collide with power. And, perhaps most importantly, a sequel gives the franchise space to ask its most dangerous question yet. What happens when demon hunting stops being about monsters and starts being about people? K-pop Demon Hunters proved the concept works. A sequel would test how deep it can go. And if it happens, it won't just be bigger, it will be braver. So the real question isn't if there will be a sequel, it's whether the world and the characters are ready for what comes next. What do you think the sequel should focus on?